The first season of Silo ended with a reveal that could change everything. With us today to discuss season 2 are Rebecca Ferguson, Common, Steve Zahn, Graham Yost, and author Hugh Howey. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us here.
Thanks for having me.
I watched season 1 with my wife. We loved it. Very cool sci-fi mystery show. Steve, I want to start with you. Your character was just announced today, I believe. Yeah. What can you tell us about who you're playing in season 2?
I play Solo.
Silo?
Solo in the Silo. I play Solo is in his own world for 35 years without any interaction with anyone. And then there's a knock and Juliette shows up and we act together. But it's weird. We're in this huge silo and you know, we have never.
We barely met.
We barely met, yeah. So,
is there history between the two characters, or is that giving away too much?
Dude, couldn't go there.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can go here, Rebecca. At the end of season 1, Juliette makes. Actually, maybe before we go, I should say spoilers here, in case anyone is watching this somehow and hasn't seen season 1. You want to avoid spoilers? Maybe skip ahead. I think I've done my due diligence there.
Everyone dies.
Yeah. Well, at the end of season 1, Juliette makes it outside the silo, discovers that there are others of these closed-off societies. How will she cope, learning that her entire community has been lied to?
I mean, I could talk about this for hours.
Okay.
I find it so interesting.
I'm not going 8.5 minutes.
So we have 8.5 minutes. I'll take 5. No, I think the whole thing that we've played with, which is so brilliantly written, and that I had to sort of find the internal chaos that when your entire world has been shattered, realizing that everything that you have believed is just a big lie. And then not only the lie, but to realize why is there a lie? And all of the hidden agendas behind it. And then also being put into an environment where you just have to survive.
Right.
And then one weirdo shows up and it's all just completely off ajar, right? It's all discombobulated.
What if you're the weirdo, though?
Huh?
You might be the weirdo showing up.
No, I pointed at Graham.
Let the record show.
So it's you know, it's psychology on a high bloody level, locked in a claustrophobic environment. Oh.
Well,
That was good.
Thank you.
Hugh, season 1 is out there, season 2 is coming. How do you think Graham is doing with your work so far? Any notes?
No notes.
No notes.
I've had no notes, right?
You've had no notes. Well, Hugh was in the writer's room to begin with.
Oh, cool.
Hanging out, and we would suggest a small change. He said, no, go bigger than that. Let's kill that person off. It's like, calm down.
Yeah, I was always, I want people to bring their creativity to this. And it's been the actors, the writers, the directors, everyone's pouring their energy in. And they have to rein me in because I want to, let's see where we can take this. And Graham's like, yeah, the book's okay. We'll try to stick to that.
Well, you originally, you self-published the series, so what's it like now to be going to season 2 of a big prestige TV series?
I pinch myself every day. I feel so lucky to have the support, this cast and crew. We just, we're living the dream. Like it's the attitude on set, how much fun everybody's having. Just, it's not supposed to go this well. And just very grateful, a lot of gratitude. Thank you guys.
The second book in the series flashes back to the creation of the silo. Is that something you'll be exploring in season 2?
Well, you put it really nicely, which is it's science fiction, but you said it's a mystery. And that's the thing that hooked me when I read the books was, oh, this is a mystery story. What happened? Why do these people live underground? And then when you get to the big reveal of, oh my God, there's all these other silos. There's new mysteries every season. And that's really fun. And also there's a mystery within the season. The first season, the mystery was what happened to Juliette's boyfriend, George. And she's not a detective, but she wants to find out. And so that became a drive for the season. In the second season, a lot of it is Juliette wants to find out why this guy is behind this weird door and what's going on, what's his story. And that becomes a big part of the season.
Is he helpful or is he a threat?
Yeah.
Which is it?
Well,
the answer is yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Common, your character Sims is a relatively minor character in the books. How'd you go about sort of fleshing out the role for the show?
Well, getting Graham gave me a great start. I remember our first meeting, he was just like, listen, I need you to dig in there deep. And for me, once I got into the books and then read the scripts, I was like, oh, I got a lot to do. It's a lot. Like, this has been one of the most fulfilling characters I ever had an opportunity to play. And then to be with this collective is like, oh man, iron sharpens iron. It's like every time I'm building in any scenes or with our directors or with Rebecca, I haven't been able to work with Steve yet, but just
It's okay.
it's all right. It's
all right.
decent. Well, good. Thank God. I ain't worked with Steve yet, but no, it's been good. It's like it gives me the platform in the area to really develop a character, and I'm so grateful. Well, it's not a spoiler that Sims is in the second season.
It's an exclusive. Heard that here first.
Yeah.
So like Silo, other recent works like Furiosa and Fallout explore the psychology behind societies that arise after the end of the world. Why do we think this is so fascinating to people?
I think there's a little bit of a sense of what would it be like to start over? What kind of society would develop? I think in what Hugh came up with was this mystery of what happened that I think hooks the reader, and we hopefully feel it hooks the viewer too, which is they want to find out why. And they want to see that through Juliette's story. And what happens in season 2 is we've got her story, which relates to Solo, but then back in her home silo, there's something going on there, which is the whole fear of a rebellion. What would happen if everyone just decided, we want out, we're going to go out? Well, you go outside, you're all going to die. And so the threat of that is something that drives that story. And that's a big part of what Sims is involved with.
And I do think, like, people sometimes, like, they want to question authority. Like, they want to question what they've been told. I mean, it's in a lot of us that we don't just want to accept everything that we hear. So I think it's very interesting. That was one of the most interesting things I thought about when I was reading it. I was like, man, a lot of people feel this way. They don't always just want to take everything they hear and say, oh, this is the truth. So I think it's a great time for that.
There was that cool thing that someone came up with for the launch of the second book. Was it If the Lies Don't Kill...
If the lies don't kill you, the truth will.
Which we just thought it's such a great thing to hang the show on, which is, yeah, people do want to know the truth, but the truth can be very dangerous.
Sure.
And so that's a fun thing to play with.
Have you thought a lot about if people today were put into this closed-off society, into a silo, how that would play out? Is that what you're trying to explore here?
You know, it's funny, I wrote this 15 years ago, and then we went through a pandemic where I was in Manhattan, and a lot of us lived in a silo. Like, we were in a high-rise where that became our world. And so it's been wild watching so much of reality kind of make fiction seem less fictional.
But we have games on set where we're like, okay, if Silo happened, what would you bring with you?
That was my next question. Are you reading my cards?
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry, I promise I didn't.
What do you think your roles would be in a silo, if that's where you were?
Oh, and what, yeah, we've done this, haven't we? Would you be up top or down deep?
Oh, I'd be down deep.
No, but you're by yourself, sorry. Let's move on to the next person. What would you do?
I would be down deep, and I would actually have some music somewhere, like you know what
Find
I
a
mean?
way.
I'd be with
Some
you.
music. Thank you. Yes.
I have board games.
Oh, I love
and things to read.
Yes.
And then you can do like your rap on that.
Over that.
Yeah. Do you rap?
I can't believe you're doing that. I can't believe you're doing this in front of people.
If you do, I definitely want to hear it.
Oh, absolutely not. It was a joke that got me in so much trouble when Common walked up to me on the set and said, I heard you wrote a rap for me. And for that, Rebecca will be forever damned in my life.
A couple bars, Graham.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Before we run out of time, there's a mysterious door on the show. What can we absolutely confirm is not behind the mysterious door?
Candy.
There's no candy behind there.
No.
No birthday party and birthday cake.
No birthday party,
Nothing behind there.
No balloons.
No cars.
No safety, maybe?
Got it.
I will tell you this. In season 2, we get to the door.
Ooh, well, I can't wait to find out.
Yep.
That is all the time we have, but thank you all for joining us here today. You can check out Silo now on Apple TV+. Everyone stick around for even more live coverage of Comic-Con 2024 right here on IGN.